The action-packed month of May is finally complete, and coming full force right around the corner is the insane month of June. In today's video, we will be discussing shoes to resell in the month of June. If you're not into reselling, that's fine too. You can use this guide of more of a what are going to be the most hyped shoes this month, or what are going to be the most limited shoes this month. Or if you're not into limited sneakers or hype sneakers, you could also use this guide to know which popular sneakers may actually sit on shelves and go on sale, because hey, we're all trying to save some money, right? To be specific, in today's video, I will be discussing the name of the shoe, the retail, the release date, and whether they will be profitable or not, or even if they will sit on shelves. For time's sake, I'll only be mentioning the most desired shoes for today's video. I don't want it to go on too long, and of course, throughout this month, there's going to be a lot of other hype sneakers that are going to be popping up, so feel free to subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay updated on those. My voice has returned, so that means videos are going to be returning back to normal as well. I apologize that I had no voice for quite a bit of time. But anyway, June 1st is starting off with an absolute bang, which is actually tomorrow, and that's with the Fear of God Air 1s. Now, before we jump into that, I just wanted to briefly state that I am happy to announce that Endurance will be restocking for memberships June 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Unfortunately, though, this is going to be the last restock. After this, it's going to be capped for a significant amount of time, specifically because I really want to improve our relationships within it. Although we make a lot of money selling all sorts of things and doing all sorts of things, I feel it's very important to maintain a strong relationship between all members, so for that reason, I'm going to keep it closed for a long time. Now, I really don't want to waste your time here. I think most of you guys should know what it is by now. I feel that the success actually speaks for itself, for the profitability of the membership, so I urge you to check out the Endurance Twitter, and in addition to that, to know what is offered, I urge you to check out the site. The link for that is in the description. I don't want to talk too much about it because I know why you guys came here. You didn't come here for an ad, of course. But yeah, I really don't feel like there's much to say. All you really have to do is check the success page. It speaks for itself. Again, restock will be 1 p.m. Eastern Time on June 1st. That is tomorrow on Saturday. And it will be on my Twitter. I'll tweet out the link at this exact time. My Twitter is KeithAdam10. Anyway, we have two new Fear of God Air 1s dropping. We have the Orange Pulse, and we also have the Frosted Spruce colorway, both of which dropping for $350 just like the last one. Both of which will have pretty decent profit with not a terrible margin despite that retail being so high, so I urge you guys to go for these full throttle. Not only this, but this is only the US release. It's suggested that you sell them as soon as possible, specifically because there's going to be a worldwide release not too far from here. Moving on from those though, also June 1st for $190, we have the Jordan 7 Ray Allen dropping. I suggest waiting until you're able to find these for under retail. That is for the men's size and also the kids sizes. Although they're a nice shoe, unfortunately not going to be profitable and probably won't sell out either. Also June 1st for $150, the Tiger Snake Asus will be dropping. Most retailers are actually dropping at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, depending on when I put this video out, but I think it doesn't matter because most of you guys aren't probably going for these. But if you did want a personal pair, I wouldn't necessarily sleep on them. Although they may not sell out instantly, I can't see them going too far under retail anyway. Moving on to the next June 1st release for only $140, we have the Be True Air Max 90. This one, out of all the shoes in the pack, actually does show some potential. There is a decent amount of demand on these and stock isn't too high, so there is a lot of potential with these. Last one for June 1st for $175, the Kobe 4 Pro Tro will be dropping. I suggest you wait for a sale on these, or if you can find these for under retail. Moving to June 6th, following a few May 31st drops today for $300, we have the Yeezy 700 V2 Vanta. This is the all black 700 V2. It's coming in men's, toddler, and preschool sizes. The only sizes that are absolutely definitely going to be profitable and not even that crazy of a margin is going to be sizes over 14, and those you can only find on adidas.com. And if you were wondering, adidas.com does do free returns. But yeah, it's still easy money if you cop sizes over 14. Moving to June 7th for $220 in men's, and $160 in preschool and $140 in toddler, we will be seeing the black 350 V2 drop. The stock is pretty significant on these. It's actually very high. However, that doesn't take away from the fact that these are in extremely high demand. Guys, when it comes to these, we're going full throttle. Even on the men's common sizes, get as many as you can. It's not going to be the best margin for Yeezys you've ever seen, but it's certainly going to be great profit. Of course, sizes under 7 are going to be the best. Sizes over 14 are going to be the best. Even toddler sizes are going to do really well. But even those common men's sizes, I would suggest going full throttle, guys. We're going all out on these. June 7th will certainly be a day to remember. Perhaps the best day of 2019 just because of these. Although they're going to be high stock, they're going to have a lot of demand, which means everyone wins. Everyone's going to be able to make a ton of profit. Then also June 7th for $160, we have the Daybreak Undercover collab dropping for $160. There's only really small profit to be made on these, especially in-store. Nothing too significant, but it's still something, and I would not suggest sleeping for personal wear. Now, I also did want to mention right after, or there's also some that are going to likely be dropping before. This could be June 5th, June 6th, and also June 8th. This is for the Yeezy 350 V2 Reflective in black. Guys, when it comes to this, absolutely, of course, this is going to be extremely profitable. Perhaps the most profitable shoe of 2019 so far. Actually, I take that back. We're going to get to a shoe that's even more profitable, and we'll talk about that. But regardless of the retail, it's going to be extreme profit and an incredible margin. Of course, guys, we're going all out on these. In fact, I would actually suggest avoiding sizes under 7 because I feel they may be too difficult to cop in comparison to the common sizes. So, you might want to play it a little conservative on these. Also, June 8th, we have the Reflective of a Champion pack dropping. The Jordan 8s are $225, Jordan 7s are $225, and the Jordan 6s are $225. These actually shock dropped not too long ago, and they actually sat for quite a bit, which kind of illustrates that they're in pretty high stock. Not only that, but there's not much demand when it comes to these. I would suggest waiting for a sale price on these, or perhaps waiting to find these for under retail. If anything, it would be the 6s that would go first if you don't feel like sleeping, but honestly, all of them should be able to be found under retail if you did want a personal pair. Of course, not for resale purposes. Also, June 8th for $300, we have the Alpha Edge 4D Green dropping. When it comes to these, highly suggested you wait for the sale, because sometimes on these 4Ds, sales could go as low as $225 or so. So if you did want a personal, certainly wait for the sale. Then June 9th and also June 14th for $190, the blue Off-White Air Force One will be dropping. The only potential places as of now, this far out, that are going to be dropping are the Museum of Contemporary Art Chicago, and not only that, but also the Frenzy app. Of course, guys, these are going to be extremely profitable. Not only are these extremely limited, but being an Off-White and Nike collab, that's not a women's track and field shoe. Of course, guys, this is going to be extremely profitable. Going all out on these. Moving to June 14th for $220 each, we have the Jordan 4 Flyknits in 4 different colorways. When it comes to these, certainly wait for a sale price. I do not suggest paying full retail for these if you did want a personal. Moving to June 15th for $200, the Pata 7 will be having their wider release. This, of course, is following the Pata site that dropped, and also, for example, Social Status that dropped kind of early. Initially, there was decent profit on these if you managed to sell quickly. As of now, though, they've kind of gotten to the point where it's really only going to be lunch money, and I would suggest sticking to the smaller sizes. Also on the 15th for $300, we have the Yeezy 700 V2 Tephra. Sizes over 14 on Adidas.com will be profitable on these. When it comes to others, I'm not really expecting anything fantastic, especially because, even the Vantas that were in higher demand, being an all-black 700 V2, those aren't even doing well. Moving to June 22nd, this is a fun day. This is a fantastic day, and June 22nd is subject to change, actually. We may actually see these on June 21st at most retailers, but of course I'll keep you guys updated on this. So for $220 each, we have 3 Yeezys. We have the Lundmark 350, the Synth 350, and the Antlia 350. Now, the Antlia is actually also coming in a reflective variant as well, which is going to be extremely limited. Very similar to what we're seeing with the black reflective. So, of course, that reflective variant is going to be extremely profitable, similar to the black pair that we mentioned earlier. But even when it comes to the Lundmark, the Synth, and also the normal Antlia, it's going to be pretty significant profit on these because there is high demand on these and stock isn't too ridiculous. I even suggest going for common sizes on these, although it's not going to be the best margin, it's still going to be pretty good profit. So don't sleep on those. And of course, like always with Yeezys, sizes under 7 are going to be the best, and you might want to try for those first. Also, June 22nd for $200, one of my favorite shoes this month, actually, we have the Ferrari 14 in yellow dropping. These aren't going to do as well as what we saw with the red Ferrari 14, which dropped a very long time ago. However, these still are going to be profitable. They're decently limited, but most importantly, there's a lot of demand on these, specifically because of how the red pair performed in the past. Moving to June 27th, though, for $180 each, we have all three colorways dropping of the women's off-white Nike Zoom. We have the white, the black, and also the green. Now, despite this being a Nike and Off-White collab, don't expect profit to be too ridiculous just because there's lackluster demand when it comes to these. I mean, it's a women's track and field shoe, but that does not mean that they're not going to be profitable. This far out, I would say that, yeah, they are going to be profitable. I would suggest going for these full throttle as well. Moving to June 29th, for $160, we have the Gym Red Jordan 1s dropping, and then $120 for grade school sizes. There's lunch money to be made with sizes under 9 and sizes under 6 for grade school. It's really not going to be anything great, and we could tell right off the bat, considering Size actually dropped these not too long ago, sometime this month. There's not an insane amount of demand on these, but there still should be some profit to be made, especially if you're able to use coupons on them. Now, also June 29th, for $160, a Jordan 1 that I think a lot of you guys will like better, but this date is subject to change, will be the gold patent leather Jordan 1s, but these are going to be in women's sizes. You should expect resale to be pretty reminiscent of what we saw with the blue chills, and since they are women's, that does mean the larger sizes are actually going to be profitable because there's less larger sizes, but because more men collect sneakers overall, they don't really care. It's a women's shoe. Of course, those larger sizes are going to do better because they're more limited and also in more demand. That doesn't take away from the fact, though, that smaller sizes are still going to be profitable. We're going for everything when it comes to these. So hopefully they do end up dropping on the 29th. If not, I'll keep you guys updated on the new date. Now, also June 29th, for $300, we have the Utility Black 700 dropping. Now, same thing goes for here, what I mentioned with the last ones. Try to stick to sizes over 14 that are going to be dropping on Adidas.com. There is profit to be made there. As of now, though, when it comes to the other sizes, I really can't say it's going to be profitable. Also, June 29th, for only $80, we will be seeing the Toddler Mars Yards dropping. There's certainly easy profit to be made on these. Not only that, but because of that very low retail, it's actually going to be a pretty good margin. I mean, you've seen what happened with the Toddler Sean Witherspoons. Those did incredible numbers. So yeah, we're definitely going to be going for these. Then moving on to June 30th, we will see the Yellow Toe Jordan 1. Now, this date is also subject to change, and I'll have to keep you guys updated on this. They would be dropping for $160, and you should expect resale to be pretty reminiscent of what we saw in between of the court purples and the pine greens. Very good profit to be made here. In fact, it's one of my favorite Jordan 1s I've seen in a while, just because I love the shoes that pop, and you know, I love Jordan 1s. I'm really excited to be seeing this pair, but I'll have to keep you guys updated on the date if it does change. All sizes on these are going to be very profitable, but of course, when it comes to Jordan 1s in men's sizes, the smaller you are, the better. Then just some potential drops that I wanted to mention that are going to be occurring in the summer zone that might not be in June, but there is a lot of potential that they will be sometime in the mid to end of June. Some include the Shattered Backboard Mid Jordan 1 and also the Purple Jordan 1 Mid, and also these two in lows. Both of these, when you do see these drop on Nike.com specifically, they are going to be profitable in sizes under 10. There's quite a decent amount of demand on these. And when it comes to mids, always sell as soon as possible. It's not going to be incredible profit in sizes 9 and 9.5, but it's actually going to be really good profit because of that very low retail on the mids in the sizes 8 and under. When it comes to the lows, though, the retail is going to be $90, but still, it should be easy lunch money in the smaller sizes. With that, though, that's really going to conclude it. I didn't want to mention every single shoe that's going to be dropping. I tried to stick to only the most desired shoes and the ones that I knew the most information about, just because I don't want to waste too much of your time. But of course, I'll keep you guys updated throughout this month. Also, just a friendly reminder for those who were interested, Endurance is having the final restock, at least for a very long time, tomorrow, Saturday, the 1st of June at 1 p.m. Eastern Time sharp. I will tweet out the link. My Twitter is KeithAdam10. Now, before you even consider anything, I would suggest checking out the Success Twitter, because I'm very confident that success speaks for itself. It speaks for the profitability of the membership, so I urge you to check it out. And also, of course, so you know what you're getting into, I suggest checking out the site too. The link for that is in the description. But with that, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed, or if you perhaps learned a thing or two. Subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay 100% updated on all these hyped shoes I mentioned today or future hyped releases. With that, though, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
so big, just like a clown. It hurts so bad, you're bringing me down. Get your foot off my foot, ah.